Hello students. So I believe now you have a basic understanding about phylogenetic tree. Phylogenetic tree is a process for showing the relatedness among the species. It shows the evolutionary relationship between species. Phylogenetic tree is a diagram which shows the relationship of different species with time. By drawing phylogenetic trees, we try to identify which are the closely related organisms or which are the most distantly related organism during the evolution. So as you know, phylogenetic trees can be divided into two, rooted and unrooted phylogenetic tree. So unrooted phylogenetic trees means nobody knows which is the common ancestor in that tree structure of organisms. However, for rooted trees, there is a common ancestor for emergence of nodes. We had seen the examples of unrooted and rooted trees. Unrooted trees are something like radial in nature, as shown in this figure. Nowadays, different softwares are available to construct these phylogenetic trees. So this software is a prediction method for generating phylogenetic trees. During the prediction, we convert unrooted phylogenetic trees to rooted phylogenetic trees by using the outgroup identification mechanism. When outgroup species is identified, our assumption is that among the available species, outgroup identified species were already existed before the next generation during the evolution process. Here, three species 1, species 2 and species 3 is given as unrooted tree, and its conversion to the grouping to the rooted trees through the outgroup mechanism is shown here. So three possibilities exist, and the relationship between the nodes between the species can be described, can be identified by understanding or determining the outgroup. So the software program or algorithm analyzes the species and determine the ancestor and form rooted trees. Constructing phylogenetic trees with three species is easier, but in real time we have to consider more than 10 species together, and we need the support of algorithms and software program for the generation of phylogenetic trees. When phylogenetic trees are generated from the data, the algorithm can tell the confidence or the percentage of correctness of the generated phylogenetic trees. In this class, let us understand cladograms. Cladograms are scaled trees that convey divergence, that is, the relative degree to which sequence diverged can be represented through cladograms. Calculation of the relative length of each branch in a cladogram can be done from the information in a distance matrix. If rates of evolution are assumed to be constant in all lineages, then internal nodes should simply be placed at equal distances from each of the species they give rise to on a bifurcating tree. Here, a five-way alignment of homologous DNA sequences is given. The corresponding pairwise distance matrix that summarizes the number of non-matching nucleotides between all possible pairs of sequences is shown through the distance matrix here. From the distance matrix, the distance between species D and E is 5, and the pair of branches connecting each of those species to their common ancestor should be the distance of DE divided by 2, that is 2.5 units long on a tree with scaled branch length. Similarly, between the nodes A and C, from the distance matrix, we know the distance is 8. So, A and C should be connected to their common ancestor by branches that are with 8 divided by 2 or 4 units long. Similarly, we need to connect the branch points between AC and DE, and this distance will be the sum of the distance of AC and DE divided by 2, that is 8 plus 5 divided by 2, that is 13 by 2, 6.25 unit will be the length between the branch points AC and DE. This is a simple approach for estimating the branch length. There are various methods for building and analyzing phylogenetic trees. Broadly, these methods are of two types: optimization methods and algorithmic methods. These methods can either use character or distance data. So, characters and distances are the types of data used in phylogenetic inference. A character provides information about an individual operational taxonomic unit, whereas a distance represents a quantitative statement concerning the dissimilarity between two operational taxonomic units.